We are back for another episode of the DNA Atlanta Sports Talk Show. My name is Donnell Suggs, editor-in-chief of the Atlanta Voice, and I'm here with my partner in crime,
Andrea Richmond, sports-y or otherwise. And we are coming back from an interesting venture that we just
We had a really cool adventure. We went to NABJ in Cleveland, not together per se. I'm sure we probably on the same flight. I don't know, but we went to Cleveland for the NABJ Convention's annual.
Yeah.
It's the first time in Cleveland in a long time, if I'm being told. I think it's the first time in Cleveland ever. I got to double check that. But it's also Andrea's first time.
Yes.
So I want to hear really quickly how you dealt with that.
You were actually, we weren't on the same flight together, but it's funny, you were actually one of the first people I did encounter there. So, coincidentally,
That was so cool.
It was meant to be.
It was so
but,
cool.
It was so good. A lot of times throughout my journey, you've gone through ups, gone through downs, and you don't really know the space in which you belong. It's nice to be around a whole bunch of people who look like you, are all in the same space as you, can support you. And I've never felt more confident in myself, my career, and just like the love better than being at NABJ. It's an amazing experience. Honestly.
Where everybody knows your name. And they always got. That's how I get when I go to NABJ.
Or somewhere.
Right. That's what I get when I go to NABJ. This is only my third, mind you. Now I've been in the business 20 plus years.
Which is crazy.
I know.
Insane to me.
Because I used to fight it and go, I don't need to go to a convention. Why do I need to go to a convention? I'm working. And one day one of my OGs said, look, man, just check it out.
Dude.
It's in Birmingham. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Knock it out. I went 2 years ago, blew my mind, have gone ever since. So that's Birmingham, Chicago, and now Cleveland. Your thoughts on downtown Cleveland?
Downtown Cleveland, you know what? You never know if it's going to be like this is for you, Cleveland, or if it's going to be the joke and Noah,
Cleveland,
not for you at all. But it was actually really dope, honestly.
I agree.
Very beautiful. The things that I've saw in Cleveland, clean. A lot of interesting things going on in the town. Rain, a beautiful fountain around there too. And still a lot of interesting things to do as well. And not only like for people in general, but also for Black people too, because that can sometimes be a question when you go to any city. Yes. But it was a varied amount of things, and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would when I love that.
I love to hear that.
But it was great.
You're getting a bonus because next year's in Atlanta, so you get to go down the street and chill. You can park here and not have to worry about dealing with paying for parking.
If Cleveland was great, that's a movie right there.
That's going to be a movie. I want to give a real quick shout out to AABJ.
Yeah.
A lot of us were there setting up and putting all the bags together and the tables and whatnot, and that was awesome. Atlanta is going to be a movie. 2026 is going to be a movie.
So many more people, so many more vendors, so many more people to give out jobs. There's going to be a lot more, like twice as big as it was in Cleveland, which, for it being my first time, I'm glad it was actually in Cleveland.
I thought that was a good point you made. That is, you got it truncated a little bit.
Because it wasn't overwhelming too much. I feel like Atlanta is going to be like so crazy that for first timers it's going to be woo, but for me, like I'll already be in the groove for
Chicago 2024 was a lot for you to deal with if you've never done it.
Yeah.
You're just looking around like, whoa. So I can imagine that for that being the first time for some people, it was like, damn, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Cleveland was a chance to kind of truncate that baby a little bit, shrink it down, not be in a crazy place like Chicago. Well, guess what? Atlanta is World Cup just finishes before this.
The week afterwards.
The week after.
Which is crazy.
So people are still milling about from that.
Oh, my God.
Don't forget, it's the 30th anniversary of Atlanta hosting the Olympics for the first time in 96.
Absolutely.
So there's going to be celebrations for that. Don't forget, we're electing a governor in 2026 in November. So that's coming up. So there'll be campaign stuff going on. So we're going to have thousands of journalists in town in the middle of a freaking campaign for governor. Oh, by the way, Ossoff's seat, that Senate seat is up for grabs too in the election. So 2026 is going to be a movie.
Good luck.
Good luck.
For anybody new, stick to somebody that's an OG because they're going to need it.
I think you need to find yourself a mental shaman or a sponsor or somebody to walk with you because it's going to be crazy. But it's going to be fun, so I'm happy you had a good time.
Absolutely. And speaking of, like, I guess, OG of sports fame, but maybe it could be different going into this season. The Falcons training camp is afoot, and the Titans have come to town to do a little bit of practice to go on.
Joint practice kicked off yesterday. I was there in Flowery Branch. It was cool to see the Titan buses kind of roll in, almost like a high school football team coming to town. I put on my TikTok. I got the buses coming in, and the Titans TikTok account said, "Oh, look at us!" So that was kind of lit to see that on my TikTok. It was great. They played well. Cam Ward looked good. The Titans' corners are kind of small.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how small they were compared to the Falcons receivers. So today on theatlantavoice.com, I wrote a story about the Falcons receiving core probably being the best this team has had since they made the Super Bowl, with Julio Jones being the number one, Muhammad Sanu being the number two.
Yeah.
I think this receiving core has the ability to be special.
Drake London, Ray McCloud.
Don't forget, Kyle Pitts is going to have he's the contract years. You know how we play contract years.
Yeah.
Don't forget Donnell Mooney coming up with a little injury. He's there too. Yes. So there's a chance to have some game breakers and do something special catching the football for Michael Penix.
And you know what? This is perfect for Michael Penix because we talked about his tendency to love that deep ball. And these are players that can all stretch the field and fight for contested balls if they get into some situations. So especially to going against a Titan squad that they do have a lot of growth in that secondary.
Yes.
There's a good test for him to get his feet wet and not go against, some of the best corners in the world, but still go against somebody who can provide him a decent challenge and still test his ability, especially with those great wide receivers. So,
the Falcons are playing the Titans on Friday. 7 o'clock kickoff, y'all. So it's a little earlier than normal.
Very early.
2, tickets are still available between $30 and $35. Get you a decent ticket. That's pretty cool. Again, it's preseason. You're probably not going to see Penix until the following week in Dallas. If you feel like traveling for that, you're a fool, but do it. God bless you. Because what you don't need is a season to start and the guy's injured.
No.
We don't need that.
Not. We've seen that in recent years where preseason isn't a dress rehearsal anymore for the opening season. Honestly, kickoff is a dress rehearsal.
That is a dress rehearsal. 17 weeks.
Figure it out. It's a dress rehearsal. So we're seeing usually the number 2s and number 3s get their shine. And it's interesting, especially when you have somebody who's such a young player. You would like to see him a little bit earlier.
You would.
But again, we've seen too many injuries.
Just can't risk it.
Yeah.
You're banking on the offense being loaded and being able to score with anyone in the league, and you're hoping the defense kind of carries their own. The last thing you need to do is start a season where, God forbid, look, I'm looking in the camera, God forbid, Kirk Cousins is starting for this football team again. You don't want that. This is strictly my opinion. As a man who watched them practice yesterday and watched them practice for the last 2 weeks, his body energy is like, dude, I'm not number one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of walk like
he's sulking a
little bit. No, he didn't. He didn't throw his arms up. He didn't pout. No, he's a grown man.
Not explicit.
Nothing explicit. But I'm watching him particularly for 20 minutes straight, just watching him in and out of reps, and he looked like he was going to the grocery store and then to make funeral arrangements, and then go pick up dog food. Yeah, it felt like, and I got to do some yard work.
It could be funeral arrangements for his year as a starter. I mean,
meanwhile, he's still getting $25 million this year, so you call him what you want.
So he's still Kirk Coach Haynes. He can still afford.
You still can go plenty of change.
But you would hope that being a backup, you would be a mentor for somebody who.
And what I've been hearing is that he is, and Coach Raheem Morris always says he's a professional. He comes to work every day. He does his job. He comes in. That's coach speak.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he is a nice man. He's not being rude to Michael Penix Jr. because that'd be stupid. Yeah. But I don't know how much of a mentor he is. I don't know that. I'm not in the locker room with them. Not yet, anyway.
Can I ask a question about the defense, though?
Please.
Because the defense is totally brand new. And also, too, you have a number 1 prospect who doesn't get talked a lot in Cam Ward. Shout out, Cam Ward.
He looked good yesterday.
The defense fair against somebody like
that. He looked sharp yesterday. He's a lot smaller than what I thought. You know what I mean? If he's 6'1", he's 6'1" flat.
Okay, gotcha.
But that being said, he was sharp. But the Falcons' corners, again, the secondary for this team, the Atlanta Falcons team, is a veteran secondary. There are no babies in that secondary. They were on top of that stuff.
Right.
Unfortunately for Cam, he doesn't have a big-time receiver to throw to.
No, he does not.
Unfortunately.
That's the biggest thing for the Titans this year.
I know.
Probably
where you get the ball to?
Winning who?
Where you getting the ball to?
It's nice to have a good quarterback. It's nice to have a lot of good weapons.
Wonderful.
But where are those weapons,
I mean, Calvin Ridley's still there.
Yeah.
It was great to see him.
He
still looks good.
Aged, yeah,
he's a little older, but, I mean, he's still a very good player. He had a whole year off. So
he did
year before last, but it was good to see him. But again, Friday, 7 p.m. Falcons, Titans, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Take a look for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna toss this one to you. What is going on with the Atlanta Dream? They were playing bad. Now they're playing a little bit better. What's the story?
The Atlanta Dream have finally decided to kind of fix their lives, which is good, especially considering the injuries. Unfortunately, Jordan Canada recently just got hurt. In addition to the fact that Ryan Howard has been hurt since right before the All-Star break.
Right.
So it's nice for us to have the 3 spot, especially considering the 3 to really 7 spot when it comes to the WNBA. It feels like everybody's shifting a little bit, right? But at least the rotations, I feel like, for Carl Smesco have gotten a little bit more solid. When you have players like Nas Hamilton, when you have players like Maya Caldwell, Shatori Walker, Kimbrough, there are a lot of different places, Mia Coffee, there are a lot of different places that you can have them, and a lot of different
role fillers,
go here or go here. But when you have a lot of good role players, you don't know when to pull them or when to put them in. And I feel like he's finally gotten that groove.
Don't forget, it's his first year in the WNBA.
Yeah, absolutely. So Nas Hamilton recently was crazy and went off for 5 threes against Chicago. She only attempted like 1 3 or made 1 3 in Michigan, so she's improved her game.
Definitely something she's doing
tremendously. Pow did a great job filling in for the injured Jordan Canada, who was on minutes restriction. I think that this team, if the rotations can be good, can make something happen. And I like the fact going with Pow, having Nas Hamilton going 5 out and really passing the ball around, especially for a 3-point heavy team. Bree Jones was cooking. It's about that consistency.
She's my favorite player in the WNBA, I swear, man.
She's so good and so underrated. You know what I mean? It's usually the underrated players that really win your heart and can push you over the edge, which is exactly what happened against the Mercury.
This is a Brianna Jones household. This is a Brianna Jones studio. This is the Brianna Jones show. We love her.
This is Bree Jones.
This is Bree Jones fan club right here. I love watching her play, man.
Bree Jones FC here today. So tonight they're going against Seattle, who is better than their record suggests, especially
much better
getting Brittany Sykes. So we'll see how that plays. But as long as the Dream can hit their threes, which sometimes it can, sometimes it can't.
I know. It's not consistent.
It's not consistent. But with Pow in, I see more 3 potential. So hopefully that means we can get over that hump and be able to beat Seattle, who has got a lot going on right now between locker room drama, players pointing fingers, etc.
A certain player always seems to be in the roster and always seems to find drama. It's funny how much we love her and everything, but always, whenever she's at, it always seems to be some kind of drama. It's consistent, though. I'm not going to name names. I'm just saying, a certain player always seems to be in something.
And
but
she might be my favorite player, but
she's a beast.
Emotions, man, she's amazing.
She's an amazing player. She always has been.
But amazingly getting into drama everywhere.
Every locker room you're in. It's funny how that works out.
We'll see. Hopefully, it's not too much drama going on. They will be playing against each other twice this week, so we'll see if the Atlanta Dream can just stay consistent, racking up 2 wins in a row. Hopefully, they can continue to do that because holding a third spot is going to be important, especially with the
get the home field, home advantage
on their heels.
I know.
Yeah.
You said the word consistent. I'm gonna use the exact opposite of that and talk about the Atlanta United.
Yeah, they've been anything but, huh?
I mean, it's 1-1 draw in Montreal. I wasn't at the game in Montreal. We were in Cleveland at the time. 1-1 draw again late in the match.
Yeah.
Getting a big goal from Alexi Moranchuk, who I think is the MVP of the season.
Yeah.
That was is not another loss. Here's the thing, though. When you're that far down in the standings, there are 15 teams on either side. Yeah. Atlanta United is 12 in the Eastern Conference. That's out of the playoff picture by a mile.
Nothing going on there.
You got to pick up 3 points when you do that.
Yeah.
Here's the issue, though. The next game is on Saturday night in Colorado. Colorado plays well at home, and they're in 7th or 8th place, so they're playing for something.
Yeah.
So they want to win these and get these threes and make this playoff. So that's going to be a tough uphill climb.
Unfortunately, the Atlanta United seem to consistently, if they can't lose games, they end up drawing it, which, again, doesn't really change anything when it comes to major standards.
It doesn't.
It's nice to go ahead and not lose, but not losing doesn't help you get better.
Right. Not losing is not a loss.
No.
But it's also not a win.
It's just there.
And it's been like that all year long. And really, it's hard to explain it. There have been additions to the team. Guys are playing better. Some guys are playing a lot better, i.e. Moranchuk. Miguel Almiron's taking the captain's armband and been much a better leader. But that said, the results are the same.
No.
So you can talk all day about not losing, but in the standings, it's not changing.
Especially because we already know that they're unlikely to do anything when it comes to major implications, playoffs, and et cetera. You just wanted them to do well in this cup. And,
close out strong.
And they are still having the same woes that they had before.
They won a 4-1, at least the last League Cups match, but again, you already lost the first 2, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
We're always doing something when it doesn't matter more than it is when it does. Kind of hard to have a good season with that. And another team that's local that's not having the best season, the Atlanta Braves.
The Atlanta Braves, unfortunately, I say that they were cork in those bats because I swear every time that the Mets went on at bat,
they hit a home run.
It was flying. It was flying up 5 homers last night. And you know what? Who was it?
Pete Alonso. All time leader in Mets home runs. That just broke Darryl Strawberry's record.
Absolutely.
I saw every one of those Darryl Strawberry home runs going up. I swear I did.
And everybody decided, hey, I looked at what Pete Alonso did. Let me get on into the board. And they were also hitting
and jumped all over it.
Him too. So
it was a tough loss last night.
Yeah.
Braves are playing again today in New York, today and tomorrow, and then they're going to travel to Cleveland. So we just left Cleveland, and the Braves are coming into Cleveland. And Cleveland Indians are kind of playing for a wild card a little bit. So this could be a tough place to play.
Yeah.
Again, the Braves haven't played well on the road, so I wouldn't assume that the Braves will have any advantage in Cleveland. They'll have advantage anywhere else.
At this point, it's about getting small victories. And I will say, speaking of small, Nacho, man, he's been my guy.
I love Nacho Alvarez Jr. God bless him. He had his first RBI.
RBIs, yeah.
I just love watching him play. He had 2 last night. I just love watching him play. He's not the future at third base because Austin Riley is a third baseman, but Nacho can play in the infield. So backup second baseman, maybe a potential backup for shortstop. He's a little big for a shortstop.
Yeah.
We're going to try to find room for him.
Find a place for him because he always makes plays.
He does.
The Yankees series when the first time he was last time, he made a great play.
That said, he really is a third baseman. Yeah. And when Austin Riley is the guy, we're not going to plan for the future for you playing third base, not with Austin Riley.
No.
They will find a place for Nacho. He will be a platoon player for a while. But God bless him. I think if he can play shortstop, he's got to be a better bat than Nick Allen. Nick Allen and I both had the same amount of hits last night.
Which is, it's rough out there. A goose egg when it comes to it. Shout out to Matt Olson. At least he did his thing.
Always. Shout out to Michael Harris. Michael Harris has been hot. Michael Harris hitting over 320 all month. And last month, shout out to my guy, Stockbridge High School, Michael Harris.
But unfortunately,
you
would hope that, Strider, Cox, unfortunately, they gave the ball away. That ball was
Spencer Strider can't get out of his own way. God bless him.
No, man. And you would hope, too, that coming into this game, he would be like a formidable piece. But you could tell from the first at-bat that it was going to be a long
night.
day, a long
Good news, Chris Sale had a start in Gwinnett. So he's pitching. He's working his way back. Maybe potentially he'll get a couple of starts at the end of the month, kind of close the season on the mound instead of being in DL.
Because the pitching order, I mean, gosh, we've rotated so many pitchers around.
Crazy.
We need somebody consistent, somebody,
They got a kid named Jake, is it Charlie Waldrop? Yeah, I like him a lot. Rookie. He got a couple starts. He looked good in this couple starts. Yeah. Again, this season's over for the Braves.
Honestly.
Let's be realistic. This season's over. Now it's all about Michael Harris, second, playing better.
Yep.
Getting a couple more starts for Spencer Strider just to kind of get some more starts. Getting some of these young guys some starts. Yeah, just kind of finding some good moments. Finding some good moments. Maybe they'll have some luck in Cleveland.
When the Braves, unfortunately, aren't doing well, Atlanta feels a little bit hit, but
it does.
Maybe these Falcons can do something. The Dream are doing something.
The Dream are doing something. So you got something to look forward to.
Yeah, something to look forward to. What Atlanta sports, who would have thought? Atlanta sports has a little glimmer of hope. Not a lot of hope, but at least something going on.
And one of the glimmers are we're just positive about the Falcons. We haven't seen them play a game yet.
We're just hopeful.
Last week's preseason game was cut off. Thankfully, the young man got injured, but he's okay. He's back at camp. So that game, you really can't count that as a thing.
No.
So this Friday be the first time you really seen them play 4 quarters. Hopefully, knock on wood, they'll play 4 quarters. But that still doesn't mean anything, guys. It's preseason. So right now, all our hope is on the Dream to see if we can get a title this summer.
Take me.
I'm dreaming.
And we're probably dreaming about them too. But I'm hopeful going forward into this.
We'll see.
We need something in Atlanta. But at least we got something going on here. DNA, always here and always doing the thing.
Always here. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for showing up, and we'll see you.